Imagine getting a haircut. Hello everyone, I'm back again, this time with for the first time in a while, not a seasonal deck, but just like a regular deck that you can use in either, ranked or casual play, whichever you prefer. But yeah, so the newest patch brought along a lot of new stuff, right? With the Lost Treasures expansion. I've personally have been having a blast. I'm absolutely loving the new cards. And the patch also kind of reworked the dwarf archetype again. And I'm personally loving it. As a short man myself, it feels great dominating the ladder with these little guys. So yeah, just put together this little thing. Hopefully you guys like it, so let's just break it down real quick. We got the usual dwarf trio with Zoltan Warrior, Munro Brewis, and then Figgis, which is now at 7 power and has this really useful order, which I think now makes him a really good defender. Then obviously Brewer, just like the staple. We got all the resilience things, by which I mean Zoltan, then Gabor, and the newly added Giant Slayers, right? So deploy, choose an enemy unit. If its base power is higher than selves, gain 3 armor, barricade at the end of your turn, damage chosen unit by 1, and death blow, gain resilience. So this deck runs both of these, so we can have a bunch of resilience. And so yeah, Call of the Forest is there just as a nice tutor. You can obviously change something up and just add Royal Decree. This deck isn't Devotion, it runs Armorer's Workshop, which is a neutral card. But yeah, that's sort of up to you. Also, Mahakam Volunteers are here for a bit of thinning. But Zoltan's Company got a rework, so now it spawns 2 Rowdy Dwarves on an allied row, then give each dwarf on that row 1 armor. Increase the number of spawned Rowdy Dwarves by 1 for each Zoltan in your starting deck. On top of this, Rowdy Dwarves got a change. Now they have 1 armor by default, which is a really good just change and synergizes very well with Brewer. But either way, so we only run 2 Zoltans, so we'll be spawning 4 Rowdy Dwarves, which is still plenty, right? With Munro Brewis now having 3 charges, you can still make 3 Dwarf Berserkers, which is perfect for the Armorer's Workshop, which boosts 3 adjacent units by 2 and gives them 2 armor, right? So you get 2 extra turns on those Dwarven Berserkers. On top of that, now Barclay Elves is a really good card. So give each allied dwarf 1 armor, so you can use it on those depleted Berserkers. If they already have armor, boost them by 1 instead, right? So you want to ideally use this when those Berserkers lose all their armor, and so you boost all your other dwarves by 1, and you re-enable those Berserkers. So another card that got to change is the Mahakam Marauder, no longer a bonded card now. Deploy, gain vitality for a duration equal to an allied unit's armor. Barricade, boosts self by that amount instead. You can get really crazy numbers. I run both Dwarven Chariots, so you can really stack that stuff, right, on stuff like Xavier or whatever you want, really. Also, now the Miners give 4 armor if their order is applied to a Dwarf, so you can really, in some games, I got like 20 plus boosts on these, which is kind of insane. Then I run 1 Mahakam Guard, and I actually recommend running 2 Dwarven Skirmishers. It's really nice against some decks in the meta, because you can pretty much stack 6 damage in the orders. But I also run 1 Tempering. So yeah, that's sort of the deck pretty much. Nothing really else to be explained here. Dennis Kramer, incredible card, incredible tempo, just plays for 7 or like usually 9 at least, but again with the Dwarven Chariots and just like stacking armor, it can play for incredible amounts, right? With cards like Zoltan having basically 5 armor by default in Malcolm Porch, it's great stuff. And then Crystal Skull is a stratagem of choice. That's the deck. Hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, have a good one. Alright, more Squirtelmirs. That's, well, interesting is one way to put it, I guess. So we have the Giant Slayer. The Fegus is gonna matter this matchup, that's for sure. If we have Munro, I'd like to find company. We do have a Chariot, but that isn't necessarily great. The Skirmisher is gonna do a good job in terms of letting us clear the guys. We could get rid of a Banadane with him, which doesn't sound terrible. The Armorer's Workshop is good. Not a huge fan of the Marauder at the moment, so I think the Marauder can go. You're definitely gonna go. Okay, I like the Xavier. The Dwarven Chariot. Not a huge fan. Dennis. Venice the Menace. Could be alright. Just get this started, right? This might just get heat waved, but if this gets heat waved, that means Brewer and the, you know, he might really have trouble dealing with the defender, and then he definitely won't be able to deal with Brewer. So, and our resilience stuff, right? He's gonna have a lot of waylays, but Vernosiel and Yavin is also a thing to worry about, and Toruviel, right? Because those are all cards that we're gonna have to worry about in terms of removal. But yeah, this right now is pretty much alright. We can do some thinning.
Let's see, and now I shall break you.
We'll just get this out. This hand is kind of awkward, to be fair. Like, I might just like do the Giant Slayer early, just as like something to play. Because the only other really playable thing we have is like Barclay. This, I'd like to wait on the Venedane. We could use this to combo with the Giant Slayer though for the maxi. Also, I'll play this next to Xavier because these are gonna get a decent chunk of armor. Try to get up a decent Dennis. Might need to play him round 1. Cards I don't want to play are these 4. Brewer, Defender, Armor's Workshop, and Munro. The rest I'm alright with playing.
I never miss.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna do the Giant Slayer on this for armor.
In this profession, carrying trophies is most cumbersome.
This just gets 1 armor, right? So it's not particularly... I'll still play it in between this, right? Ouchies. That hurt. Becker's Dark Mirror. Interesting. Definitely very interesting. Okay, we'll just get that set up. So unless he can boost it up, which he would have been able to with the Becker's Dark Mirror, right? It's damage boosted by double mandibles damaged, yeah. Well, we're still getting that resilience here, which feels great. And we didn't even really, like, we played 1 gold, but like we win, we thinned a bit. This feels good. We get resilience. This feels great. As long as we can find Zoltan's company, we're feeling really good going into this round too. We're chilling. Another Giant Slayer, that feels amazing. I like Zoltan Warrior. I like Zoltan Warrior a lot. Barclay, this hand is pretty much perfect. I might just like push in with this. I would have preferred a little bit more resilience, but like that's okay. So yeah, we'll just start with this. And like we have the Armorer's Workshop, right? We have Barclay. We are feeling very good, my brothers. Question is, do I ever go for Brewer here on this round? I have my doubts about it for sure, on whether or not that is the move. I have my doubts. So there's Vanadine.
Dwarf will not be heard.
Might be an issue. But we could nay him with relative ease here. Thanks to these fellas. Immediately takes 3 damage. I can target it with Giant Slayer now. It has higher base power. Right? So I'm actually just gonna do that. I'm gonna just go.
I've stood up on the shoulders of giants.
Perfect. This, because I played this to the left, it triggers first before these next round. So that feels good. To reveal here is not an issue. I can just straight up go Armorer's Workshop here for pretty insane value. But yeah, that's gonna get killed now. I'll get the resilience. We're just getting so much value. I could honestly play Brewer here. He doesn't. No, he could have Heat Wave. He could have Heat Wave. Because it's like I can try to punish him not respecting the bleed, right? How many spaces do I have here? This is 7, so we have 2, so that's exactly for Defender and Brewer. Then the Dennis is not good. And the Dennis is very not good. If he'd kill one of these, that would feel nice. He won't do that, though. He won't do that. Honestly, I mean, I could see myself going for this. I could see myself going for this. And killing these would be nice, but I do want the value of the Zoltan Warrior, right? So this isn't great. There's still a lot of value we did not get from him.
Fighting me is like snogging a hedgehog's arm.
So I could definitely... Nice, that feels great. Getting rid of potential Vernocial value. Right. I think I'll just jam Brewer here. I think it's the good thing to. I'll play him in between these two. So I'm guessing now it's gonna be our boy Simlas. So Brewer.
Let's get to work.
And I'll yeah, I'll do this. That's some extra value there. I think at this point he has not respected the bleed enough, and it's going to be very hard for him to catch. So we have one target for the Zoltan, Alyssa, right, to spawn a Rowdy Dwarf. There's Heatwave for that, which we do not mind, like, in the slightest. I could just do Dennis here. Dennis here is pretty good value. I'll save the Barclay for, like, next turn. Because he can ping off the... Yeah, lol. GG. Yeah, he just couldn't catch at that point. We were too fast. So this is going to be Priestess spam. A bunch of resilience, potentially. Alright, it's time to stack some frickin' armor, baby. Does he have anything that's row locked? I don't really think so, does it? Right. This is potentially good stuff. I'd like to find Xavier, but I don't know what to throw away. Yeah. So we'll just keep this. Not caring about Shirtless Dandelion. I mean, I'm not saying I don't care. I'm saying I don't... what is happening here? What is happening here? Okay. Don't tell me we just queued into Siege, which is like one of our like direct counters. So what do we give the armor, all the armor to? We could do to Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer could definitely use some armor, right? And he's gonna gain more armor, so that could be our target, I think, for stacking armor. Could be Giant Slayer. Wait, we give one armor to 2 Dwarves. Okay, so we give to Giant Slayer and then to who? We could to Figgis. Just to try and keep him alive in case this is like Siege and stuff. Alright. Because like armor is one of the things that is gonna annoy duels the most. Fucking Christ.
It hasn't backfired yet.
Alright, well, we're just gonna play 3 and get out of here, so. Ooh. Ooh. This is kind of a cute little... Kind of like this, but this is definitely going to get yoinked, right? But hey.
We're the best regiment in the whole plowing north.
So we'll just thin a bit. Jesus. Jesus. Fucking hell, dude. It's rough, huh? Pretty rough. Completely board wipe me, okay. Suit yourself, buddy.
Beneath the ground there's countless wretches and corpses.
So we actually just queued into like full-on siege. Fair enough. It's probably one of our like direct counters. Because of how much we rely on armor sticking and whatnot. But we should be able to just get out in round 2 as long as like Figgis gets to live. Which shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then we can hopefully develop a bunch of resilience. I think Sultan Scoundrel is going to go. I think Sultan Scoundrel is a bit trolling. I think I could substitute him with like a Call of the Forest, you know, for some extra consistency. One of the Armorer's Workshops is also going to go. I feel 2 is a bit weird. Polly, I think could work. Polly seems okay. For now. That's definitely for Radovid. So we're just going to get out now before he gets to use that. Very possibly just decides to develop it now, but hey. I think he just goes to 4 just to have a long round. I mean, we feel good in a long round, right? But yeah, already kind of trying to think about how we can make this deck better. I think Dennis could work quite well. I think Dennis is okay. Xavier's just like a staple, right? Double Giant Slayer. I mean, Giant Slayer feels a bit weird, I don't know. I mean, spamming Resilience is always going to be great, so... Why not, I guess? Nice, that feels really good. This feels great. I'm like, shit. Yeah, like we can just go this, Monroe, Figgis, Brewer. We're not getting 2-0'd. And no way, Jose. You stack armor on something, play the Marauders. I'd like to find Zoltan, but not, so I'm gonna mulligan this guy for now. One of these. Ooh, this is kind of good though. On the Dwarves, I like the Armorer's Workshop. I like the Armorer's Workshop. This is like a nice opening play, right? So I'm gonna keep this guy. I will give armor again, I think, to Figgis and Giant Slayer. We could give some to Brute, to Hoog as well. The old Brewer. Brewster. My question is if this guy's gonna just pass after clicking Radovid. Alright, that's kind of like one thing that I'm not exactly sure about.
Coexistence, my ass!
To Figgis. I guess we'll give it to Brewer. Because of how much him surviving matters. So I should play Gab. I don't have to play Gabor here if he passes, actually. But what do I play? I could do Giant Slayer, depending on, once again, what he plays here. Giant Slayer seems like a somewhat safe option. I mean, if it's Traveling Priestess spam, short round should be better for him.
Get to clean up ahead of class.
Okay, so he's gonna. So we're playing ball this round. Okay, that's all good for me. We're playing ball this round. Good to know. Good to know.
Fighting me is like snogging a hedgehog's arse.
So we'll do Zoltan's Company, Munro. I should actually be worried about row space. So it's how many? 2. So this is gonna spawn 5. And this needs to go melee. This needs to go melee. But then also this guy. So, okay, yeah, Munro is just gonna go ranged. Doesn't need to be on a row, right? Yeah, Munro isn't locked to like row stuff. And so it begins. That's fine though. Okay, yeah, so Sultan's Company now. Damn, Dandelion got dance moves. I didn't even notice these before. Right. Madabow. And then yeah, it's Monroe next. Could try to set up the Giant Slayer for some resilience, but you know. Like, there's an argument to try and keep Brewer. So,
my whole
yeah.
life through, yet here I am digging ditches.
Yeah, either way. Monroe it is. One, dos, tres. Why did I not play them again? Fucking goddammit, I'm dumb. What do I have the Armorer's Workshop for? Ay. Yeah, so we miss out on 2 points because of that. But it's alright. Do Gabor next. Opa. That sucks. I guess if this is how we're gonna do this, I might as well do this here.
I've stood upon the shoulders
Yeah.
of giants.
Nice 6 armor, feels pretty good. So I wonder if these can cuck the death blow on this. I think this needs to do the death blow, right? If this card destroys a unit, yes, hopefully this armor won't cuck this. And Gabor next. So far I'm doing a decent job at, like, maybe not necessarily having to do Brewer. So what you gonna do, buddy? I think it's Gabor next. I want to be careful with, yeah, this armor. It's still definitely set upable. Fortunately, we missed Zoltan. But there's still some resilience to be had. There's a lot of points. Okay. It's fine. So I'll just set that up. So these are now done. So we can do Barclay. Which will give these guys armor, right? Oh, damn, Gerhard's getting chonky. What does he want from that? 9. Jesus. Did he miss Yenbo? Surely Yenbo was just like better, right?
What can I do for you?
What are you gonna lock, buddy? That is like the worst thing you could have locked, I guess, but alright. Just do Barclay now.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
These will get armor now. Ah, there we go. The music hits. Let's go. We're jamming. We're jamming. So again, I'm very scared that these are just gonna cock the death blow on this. So I'm inclined to go Mahakam Marauder instead next. Because then this can get the death blow comfortably. And I can just go Workshop next if need be. Okay, he does get out. But that's all good. Because I'll just do... Yeah, we're all good. I'll just do this.
Got a hearty hankering for Gwent.
We get the points. This now gets the death blow. Get the resilience, baby. Let's go. We saved Brewer. We saved Leader. We're feeling okay. We still got some juice left. So what does Zoltan do here again? Right, Polly, I don't know about Polly. Polly feels a bit scuffed. Dennis does feel a whole lot better. I guess I'll just open with Brewer then. So Barricade, gain 1 armor for each dwarf in your hand. Yeah, alright.
The favor's enough. Let's get to work.
We'll just start like this. Please no bully. Just play stuff. Pepe smile. You need to use your things, remember? You need to use your traveling priestesses, my friend. Was that first AA that he played in the last round? That was first AA. Come on, brother. That's a really cool animation. I like it. I like it. Alright. Why not? Interesting. Yeah, I want to keep, so I guess I'll just do Mahakam Guard right now. Arguably I could just do Dennis now, lose a bit of value, but no. The Dennis seems like the best play for our current circumstances. So what I'm scared of is that, like, once he gets the Trident infantry down, bombardment. Okay. Are you that keen on, like, again, like, why is everyone we're going up against just playing uninteractive? My brother in Christ. Also, if you have Erden, then this is just GG's, obviously, but you know. Fucking Gwent, the uninteractive card game. What is happening? There we go.
It all starts with a single step.
Now I'll just do this now, because it's the best thing we can do. And the Mahakam Guard next, and that's pretty much it. And there it is. Now he just pings off all the armor, and yeah, Brewer's not gonna particularly do much. Yep. Just gonna leave it like that. Alright. Let's see. So you still have 20 points, so you're on 23. Not enough, right? Yeah, that's on 30. Yeah, and it's not enough. We're good. We're good. Yeah, the armor tanking the hits now is just extra points for us. Yeah, my boy does not have it. That is a GG. By cool 23 points. You love to see it. You love to see it.